So, you've poured your heart and soul into building a new website. You've launched it, but when you go to search for it on Google, nothing. It's a total ghost town. Well, if your site feels invisible, you are absolutely in the right place. In this explainer, we're going to fix that.
You know, it's one of the most frustrating feelings, isn't it? You hit publish, you tell your friends and family, but the world's biggest search engine, it seems to have no idea you even exist. The thing is, you're not alone in this. And the good news is there are usually some really clear, fixable reasons why this happens.
Okay, first things first. Before we start guessing, we need to do a quick visibility check. We're going to ask Google directly if it even knows about your website. And we can do it with one super simple command. This is the #1 question every single website owner should ask right at the beginning. And the best part, you don't need any fancy tools. All you need is a Google search bar.
This right here, this is your magic key. By typing site, followed immediately by your domain name, and make sure no spaces in between, you're basically telling Google, hey, show me every single page you know about from my website. It's like getting a direct look inside Google's brain.
So here's exactly how you do it. Just open Google. In the search bar, type site.yourwebsite.com, but replace yourwebsite.com with your actual domain. Now, take a look at the results. Do you see a nice list of your pages? Awesome. But if you see nothing at all, or maybe just your homepage, then we know for sure we've got a problem to solve.
Okay, so what if your site search came up empty? Don't panic. Seriously, it almost always comes down to one of just a few common, totally fixable issues. Let's walk through the most likely culprits right now. The reasons are usually pretty straightforward. See, Google finds new websites by following links from other websites. So if nobody's linking to you yet, you're kind of on a digital island. If your site is brand spanking new, it just might take a little time for Google's bots to find you. Other times, really complex code can actually block them out. And you know what? Sometimes they just miss it. It happens.
Now, I just mentioned Google's bots finding you. The technical term for that is crawling. I want you to think of it like a friendly little spider that's exploring the entire web, moving from link to link to discover what's out there. Our main goal here is to make it as easy as possible for that spider to find and understand every single page on our site.
All right, now for the good stuff. We know what the potential problems are, so let's get right to the solutions. This is your essential checklist to make sure you're not just visible, but that you're playing by Google's rules so you can have long-term success.
This quote comes straight from Google itself, and it is the single most important principle to remember. Everything else we're about to talk about flows from this one core idea. If you focus on making your site awesome for people, trust me, you're already 90% of the way there.
So you have to ask yourself honestly, why should someone visit your site? Are you offering them something they just can't get anywhere else? Is your content actually helpful? Is it interesting? Is it reliable? A great user experience always starts with great content. That's the foundation of everything.
Next up, mobile. The difference between a good and bad mobile experience is just night and day. A mobile-friendly site feels seamless, it's easy. But a desktop-only site on a phone? It's a frustrating mess of pinching and zooming and trying to hit tiny buttons. It's pretty easy to guess which one Google, and more importantly, your users prefer.
And here's why this is so critical. More than half of all Google searches are happening on a phone right now. So if your site isn't built for mobile, you're giving a bad experience to the majority of your visitors. It's not a nice to have anymore, it's an absolute must.
Let's talk about trust for a second. You know that little padlock icon you see in your browser's address bar? Well, that means the site is secure. It's using HTTPS. It's a signal that tells visitors their data is safe. Without it, some browsers might even flash a big "not secure" warning. A secure site is a trustworthy site, and Google really prioritizes trust.
Now here's a special tip for anyone who has a physical location, like a shop, a restaurant, or an office. You need to claim your free Google Business Profile. It is the fastest, easiest way to get your essential info, like your address, your hours, your phone number, to show up right on Google Search and, crucially, on Google Maps.
Okay, so what if you're not just running a standard blog or a simple website? What if you're selling products or publishing academic papers or creating videos? Well, Google has specific, dedicated platforms to help that kind of content get seen.
Think of this table as your roadmap. If you're selling products, you need to get them on Google for retail. If you're an academic, you've got to submit to Google Scholar. For videos, well, YouTube is obviously the king. Using the right platform tells Google exactly what kind of content you have, which makes it so much easier for the right audience to find it.
You know, after all the checklists and the technical details, it all comes back to this one simple, powerful idea. Don't try to trick the algorithm. Don't stuff your pages with a bunch of keywords. Just create a fast, secure, helpful, and valuable experience for a real person, and Google will absolutely reward you for it.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Once you've checked all the technical boxes, just take a step back and ask yourself, what is the one thing, the one piece of advice, the one product, the one story that makes my site genuinely valuable to another human being? Because that, right there, is your true key to getting found on Google.